Hey everyone, Rob from Roll here, and I'm going to be telling you about a recent 40k doubles tournament I participated in and kind of walk you through how I did, how much fun I had, which was a lot, spoiler alert, and kind of things I'm taking away from the tournament as a whole. So first of all, shout out to Battleground Games, specifically the Abington location, and Sam, Derek, Chase, and everyone else that put on such a great event. It was a ton of fun. Every person we played against, so all of the other players were really gracious. It being a casual tournament with soft scoring, so more who is the most fun to play versus who actually won, really drove up the friendliness of the game. So definitely, 2 thumbs up. Definitely can't wait for the next one they did, or the next one they do rather. So this was mine and Craig's second doubles tournament, but the first time we both used our new armies. I recently invested in Dark Eldar, and he went for Orks, 2 index armies that traditionally, apparently, don't see a whole lot of love. But we decided to get these armies. We started building them. We each built 750 points, and we went for a very flying-oriented build. I had got the Start Collecting box. He got the Start Collecting box, Daka Jet, the Cult of Speed box, and he bought some Dev Coptas. And then in addition to my Start Collecting box, I bought a Venom, a Succubus, a Void Raven, a Slith. So what my list was, it was an Archon, Succubus, who was my Warlord, with the Blood Dancer. Archon had Parasite's Kiss. I had 10 Cable 8s in 2 groups of 5, one just, Splinter Rifles, the other one had a blaster in it. Slith, a Venom, Raider with the Dark Lance, and the Void River Bomber with Void Lances and the Bombs, and I think that is and a Slith. He was running 2 groups of 23 or 24 boys, Big Mech, the Daka Jet with 6 whatever Daka gun things that they have on it, and I think that may have been all he was running. Oh, he had 3 Death Copters as well. So very much an Air Force with him kind of making up the blob of infantry as well. Didn't go well for us. We went 0-3 throughout the tournament. Minor loss and then 2 major losses, but the minor loss was truly a very even match, and the second major loss actually was a pretty even match as well until the final turn. So let's walk through what happened. So again, Orks and Dark Eldar. First game was against Eldar and Dark Eldar. 2 guys who had been playing for, editions prior. I think this was at least one of their first real forays in the 8th. But they had a bunch of older, cool-looking models. The Dark Eldar player had the old style of Raiders. And it was a really close game. I never played against Dark Eldar or Eldar, despite being Dark Eldar myself. So it was fun to see kind of the different tactics, to see how he brought his force and differed from mine. Of course, I was fielding what I had, whereas he said he had about 20,000 points of Dark Eldar. So he had a little more as in the way of options there. And the Eldar player brought a whole lot of tanks, or vehicles rather. So Wave Serpents, and I don't know what the other things are, but I know Wave Serpents because I got one down to 1 wound in the final round, and he didn't blow up. And if it blew up and the one guy inside died, we would have won because it was objective based and I was sitting on an objective. But that's how close the game was. It was literally 1 wound away. But it was really fun. Both guys were great. A few rule discrepancies, but one of the good things about the kind of casual format is, the judge there is kind of basically saying, okay, yeah, this is a rule. And people are very accepting of, oh, okay, yeah, I didn't know that. Especially because it's a lot of people that are, oh, I haven't played this edition, or oh, this is my first time using this army, so on and so forth. So that was a lot of fun. Like I said, really close game with those guys. Felt good about it. Second game, we went on to play against a group of Blood and Dark Angels. I don't know which, there's like Raven and Death and whatever within those 2. I don't remember exactly what the 2 groups were, but it was those 2. And those both being Codex armies with a bunch of stratagems. It was definitely an uneven match. They got the first turn, they killed the Big Mech on turn 1, as well as an entire blob of 23 boys. And we just weren't really able to recover from that, kind of showing the strength of turn 1. So it was still a fun game, and they both being more veteran competitive players, if one of us were going to do something, it was like, you can do that, but, kind of giving us pointers and tips. You know, you might want to not use that reroll here because we'll probably do this next turn. And you know, you'll probably want to use a command point here or there for whatever. And it was genuine. It wasn't, you know, when at all costs, you know, snickety, oh, you shouldn't do that because they don't want it to happen. It was genuine, you know, trying to help other players get better, which was really nice. One of the two guys we actually had played at the previous doubles tournament, and we were soundly beaten then. So repeat of that, but still a great guy, and looking forward to playing him again, hopefully with a little bit more success. And then we went on to our third and final round against another team that had a minor and major loss. And they were double Dark Angels, one Raven, one whatever. I don't know what the heck the things are, because I play Space Wolves and Dark Angels are Chaos. Anyways, moving on. It was a close game against them. We got first turn. They had scouts set up in a real high tower. It's kind of a city scape, lots of ruined buildings and tall towers. Flew my bomber over a group of scouts, killed all of them, dropping the Void Raven bomb in the movement phase, which was really nice. We got first blood. But ultimately, we weren't able to deal with the disgusting amount of bikes and vehicles. The orcs kind of left themselves open in the back for a deep strike by some Terminators who just kind of tore through them. They put up a good fight, but not enough. Meanwhile, without the big mech to really do a lot of damage, my Raider and then wasn't able to do a lot. They focused down the Void Raven real quickly. The Docky Jet wasn't really hitting too much. So it was more of a dice not in our favor, / we messed up a little bit. But it was a fun game. That was definitely by far the funnest game we played against two guys. Shout out to Sean and Jerry, who encouraged us to come to the every other week, or 2 times a month, and where it's weird things because Tuesdays, sometimes just 5 in a month, but it's second and fourth Tuesdays. They do a combat patrol at one of the other Battlegrounds locations. They really encourage us to go because it's a lot of fun. They want to see more people there, and yeah, I think by far for all 4 of us, myself, Craig, Jerry, and Sean, that was the funnest game that we played all night. So me and Craig came in dead last. Big surprise. We won the Smoking Boots achievement, which one means we each won a set of cool dice. We could choose between, you know, D6s or the traditional polys for RPGs. We just got a set of polys because we both used the ready to roll custom printed dice. Plus we each already have a set of dice for that anyways. So we got a cool set of polys, worth the price of admission for all the fun we had. We were exhausted. 10 hours of standing will do that to you. But it keeps me really optimistic, and I have to say, I really enjoyed the Dark Eldar, but I really appreciate the stat line on my Space Wolves now. The 4 strength and toughness, the 3 up save. Even with the, I don't think I rolled more than, in the entire night, more than 2 or 3 6 up feel no pains. And I definitely rolled more than that amount. Like, I should have gotten more statistically for those guys. But yeah, no, it was a ton of fun. Looking forward to the next one. I might bring Space Wolves instead. And I have a lot of Space Wolves to build up. As a matter of fact, I almost bought another Venerable Dreadnought, forgetting I had one in shrink wrap still behind the curtain here. So I'm going to start getting those guys built up. I got a box of Devastators to make into even more long things. I have a group of Terminators, my first Space Wolf Terminators that I'm going to do, and I'm going to magnetize them. I'm going to do it right, as I've been magnetizing all of my Dark Eldar. Scouts with Snipers. I'm going to make some Wolf Scouts, despite the fact that they should be troops and they should have the regular Scout ability. Oh well. And I think I have like a drop pod and like 20 blood claws to build. So I have a lot of stuff to build. On the Dark Eldar side, I have a Homunculus to build. So I'll probably build that, get all those guys primed, and then focus on my Space Wolves again a little bit. Just to kind of bring the first army up where I want it to be first. But, you know, like I said, fun time. Really looking forward to getting looking forward to getting in even more 40k. I'm tired a few days later as well. So leave any comments down below. Have you guys played doubles? What has your experience been with doubles? Do you prefer a more casual format? Let me know. Expect more from me soon on 40k. Hopefully I'll start going to some of those combat patrols and I can start reporting on those and kind of different tactics I'm trying with my different armies. And I'll catch you guys next time.